Segment 2, Nikud 3, Nikud Vav. Hakali Katan. Hakali Katan. To this point, we've learned how to combine a noun and an adjective in such a way as to form an adjective phrase, but falling short of it being a complete sentence. For example, we know that with the feminine noun oniya, if we wish to describe it as a dry ship, perhaps a ship that is in dry dock or somehow beached, then we need to appeal to the feminine singular form of the adjective for dry. Yavesh then becomes yavesha for the adjective phrase oniya yavesha. In this segment, we'll learn that using these same components, consisting of noun plus adjective, we can also express a complete sentence, making a statement about a noun. Notice then these three sentences, beginning on the right.
Hakali katan. Hakali katan. Ho'oniya yevesha. Ho'oniya yevesha. Ha'avanim gedolot. Ha'avanim gedolot. Notice that in each situation, two of the three zones of concord between noun, such as kali, and adjective, such as katan, have been met. Kali is masculine, so is katan. Kali is singular, so is katan. But kali, particularly the expression hakali, this is definite. Katan is not definite. So each of the other two also match in two of the three zones, gender and number, but not in definiteness, for the nouns are definite, but the adjectives are not. It is this feature which tells us that these expressions form sentences, not simply descriptions. The container is small, not a small container, not the small container, but the container is small. If you wish to enlarge it a little bit mentally, you might think of it this way, expanding the expression. The container, definite, is a small container, indefinite. The technical description for use of an adjective to form an entire sentence is known as the predicative use of the adjective. Predicate referring to the verb portion of a sentence. We're saying that the adjective operates in the verb sense. This is in contrast to the use of the adjective, which simply describes without forming a complete sentence. That's known as the attributive use of the adjective. Now, returning to the complete sentence use of an adjective, the predicative use, it's important to be aware that the components can be sequenced in either order. In the sentences above, we've routinely put the noun first. However, it still would be a sentence if the adjective came first. An example of one of these sentences showing the noun first is Ho'oniya yevesha. The ship is dry. As it happens, this is the simplest way to express it. We call it unmarked syntax. No attention is being especially drawn to either part. It's the plain way of saying it. Noun first in a sentence that's made up of a predicative use of the adjective. Once again, ha'oniya yevesha. That's the plain way of saying it. The ship is dry. What if, on the other hand, you want to accent the fact that the ship is actually dry? Perhaps you're surprised by that fact. Maybe we're talking about the interior of this ship, and it's been prone to leak. But, completely to your surprise, today it's dry. You're putting special emphasis on the fact that the ship is dry. To achieve that, you would pull the adjective to the front, and so it would read, Yevesha ha'oniya. Yevesha ha'oniya. Dry is the ship. Dry is the quality that particularly characterizes the ship. And now you're encouraged to try your hand at forming one of these adjective sentences.